Okay guys, welcome back. We showed the first video where we were trying to find a Freon leak and it was in a cabinet, so we took the cabinet off and now we just have the evaporator coil. Normally it looks like that. It's a box, and then when you take it out of the box it looks kind of like that. Of course these are your outside units here. It has nothing to do with what we're doing, but just want to say. So customer complained his Freon was leaking. Several companies went out there and kept putting Freon in and not actually solving the problem. But to do it properly, you need to really take a careful evaluation of what's going on. And as you can see, this evaporator coil, the copper tubes where the Freon goes through, are pretty rusted out because of that galvanized metal, and you got the copper tubes going through there, and it produces oxidation and corrosion, and then it actually causes the refrigerant to leak right out of those little where it comes through that coil. So anyway, I pressurized it. All you techs out there, I guess you know this, you just solder off your suction, your liquid line. Guys that really know what they're doing, they know what's going on here. So what we're going to do is spray this down a little bit and see where the leaks are. So we have this commercial stuff here. It's called True Blue, blah blah blah. A lot of guys just use Windex, and you could use soap from the kitchen sink, mix it with some water. But this stuff here is kind of like lighter. I'm not selling this stuff, but it's made specifically for what we're doing. So when you got tools and stuff to help you, it's best to get the best stuff you can get. So anyway, we're going to hit that a little bit. And I kind of cheated because I already found out where the leaks were, but this is for everybody else's benefit. So normally I don't use 22, but I'm going to recycle that so it's not going to be wasted. But I wanted something with some good pressure. As you can see, we got some crazy stuff going right there. And where I found the leaks were right back in there where it's all rust. Usually all you young techs out there always look down at the bottom. That's normally kind of where it is, but not always. But you just follow the most nasty rust you can find, and usually that's a good tattletale sign that that's where you're going to find the leak. But you got to isolate it. You got to put Freon, okay? Pressurize it. Otherwise, you're never going to find the leak. So I'm going to put this on pause. I'm going to flip this thing up, and we'll take a deep look here. Okay, stand by. Okay, I've got the evaporator coil tilted up so you can really get a good vision of where the leak might be. Well, what I'm going to do to make it a little bit easier is I'm going to add some refrigerant here, and you know, it's got some old school gauges, but they're good for what we're doing. But we're going to go ahead and pressurize that a little bit more. And all you techs out there, I know you know what's going on, but for people that don't know, and I'm sure you have some better advice on occasion for certain ways of doing things, but this kind of works. I know there's a lot of other methods of using finding a leak, but if you want to. So here we go. We're looking, and as you can see, that's a whole kingdom of hurt right there. You see the little seepage right there on the very bottom of all the rungs. I mean, most people think if they find a leak, it's just going to be pouring out of there. But when you have this situation with the the galvanized metal all rusted out. You may not have full-blown leaks like you would in a tire on your car or anything like that, but you can see all around each rung. You don't see any bubbles popping. You don't have to. Everyone thinks they got to see a bubble pop. Not necessarily so. But you see all that accumulation of bubbles around each bottom rung. And this thing's toast. There's no way to fix it. So we always check the TXV valve. I've seen them where they leak right up in here, where it's connected. Sometimes even on the bottom there where you adjust it. You also check the your capillary tubing. A lot of times manufacturers just let them rub against each other, and then you have leaks coming from there. Check the thermal bulb. Thermal bulb's fine. But all in all, not want to beat a horse down to death, but this is it. And we suggested to the customer that he not necessarily have to change the whole air conditioning system, which I don't think you have to. This is a train. Compressor's good. That's always an option. Depends on what people have, what they want to do, if they have money or not, or whatever. But right down here, you can see this is really, it's got very oily. I can feel that right on my fingers. Right here is oil, and refrigerant travels with oil, and it's really bad. So, all right, well, thank you guys for watching. I know I haven't covered everything, or maybe covered it perfectly, but just wanted to show everybody kind of like what all our AC guys are doing out there, and what we go through to find a leak. Some of them just condemn the whole unit and don't even bother doing this. So I don't know. This is how you do it. And basically, to repair it, we just take this whole thing out, this whole coil out, and slide a whole new unit in, and then everything's fine for a while. Now everything's aluminum coil, so you don't have this this problem with the galvanized metal. So, all right, guys, thank you very much for watching.